You've probably seen the warning sticker on the back of some trucks that says, if you can't see my mirrors, well, I can't see you. Well, the same logic can be applied for your reversing lights. Chances are, if you can't see them properly in your rear view mirrors, you're not getting the best out of them. When it comes time to buy lights for the back of your vehicle, you spend the time researching which lights to buy, you make the effort to get them wired up safely, and you even take the time to decide on the best place to mount your switches. But how much thought do you put into the positioning of the lights themselves? A lot of the time, folks will opt for the easy option when it comes time to mounting their rear lights, such as a pre-existing hole or wires, rather than taking the time to find the optimum spot to mount the light for performance. The simple truth is that even a small difference can have a massive effect on what you see in your rear view mirrors. This is why we decided to put it to the test and show you the difference that the right positioning can make to what you see in your mirrors. Okay, so let's take a look at the mounting options on the back of my four-wheel drive. We've got the top corners, the bottom corners, and in the center, of course, we've got the top and the bottom also. For this test, we're going to be using Rigid Industries SRQ2 in the Diffusion pattern, arguably the best pattern for a reversing or a camp light. First up, let's take a look at one of the most popular options for mounting a reversing light, and that's right down low in the center of the vehicle. As you can see, even with a brilliant light that has an ultra-wide beam pattern, there are lots of details that you won't see in your mirrors, like the top corners of your four-wheel drive. Even the light out to the sides has lost a lot of its effectiveness. This is arguably the least effective place to mount your reversing or camp lights. Okay, now let's take a look at the results you get when you mount your lights up high on your roof rack in the center of your vehicle. We can see here that the result is pretty similar, just without the hot spot of light on the ground. The light is spread more evenly and it isn't as harsh. While this is a slightly better result, it's still far from ideal. Next up, we mounted the light right out on the corner of the bumper bar at a 45-degree angle. Let's take a look at the difference that less than a meter makes when you're looking in your rear view mirrors. So now we're starting to get the light where it's needed, and that's where it can be seen when you're checking your reversing mirrors. The two areas that are of concern with this mounting position is that the top corners of the four-wheel drive aren't illuminated as best as they could be, and there's a nasty hot spot of light on the ground that may actually make things harder to see due to the intensity of the light. Okay, so that leaves us with the last, and in our opinion, the best place to mount your reversing lights, and that's up nice and high on the corner of your vehicle. Take a look at these results. Now this is about as close to ideal as you're likely to get, with a near perfectly even spread of light that's not only nice and wide, it's just as importantly nice and high as well, which gives you every opportunity of avoiding any low-hanging branches or other obstacles when reversing. Well, there you have it. That's proof that even relatively minor differences in the mounting location of your reversing or camping lights can have a massive difference. Next time you're mounting your lights, take the time to have a good think about where you're going to mount them and avoid the easy options. Chances are you'll be far happier with the results. To find out more or to order a set of reversing lights for your own four-wheel drive, simply log on to snakeracing.com.au.